Welcome back to another video, guys, here with Onewheel, and today I want to talk about a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for quite a while, which is why I ride the Onewheel. Now, there are three main reasons why I ride the Onewheel. The first reason is for therapy, the second reason is for exercise, and the third reason is for social purposes. So without further ado, let's just jump into each one of those categories and kind of break these down on why riding the Onewheel is something that is part of my life now. First off, the one thing that I mentioned is therapy. Now, I'm not sure if you guys know, but there is an actual science of actually getting outdoors, getting sunlight, being outside in general, I should say, and it's actually something that has a positive impact on your actual mood, your health, your mental state. There's just a lot of benefit to getting outdoors and doing some physical activity. You know, it's kind of like getting in a workout, right? And you know, when you do a workout, you feel a lot more confident, you feel a lot more healthier, you feel better about yourself because you accomplished something today, and so on and so forth. So you kind of get that satisfaction while riding the Onewheel, and I think that it's a great tool for accomplishing something of the same caliber as working out in the gym or doing some other sport. Very good way to de-stress, and it's very harmless, right? You're not harming anybody unless you do some really weird things on the Onewheel and you harm yourself. But anyway, besides that, yeah. So anyway, moving on to the second topic. Now, the second topic is exercise. Since we talked about exercise and working out in the gym, riding the Onewheel is exercise. Now, I can't stand for the life of me when people tell me that, you know, I've had people tell me that it's cheating, right? Or that I'm not really getting any exercise because it's a motorized vehicle, or, you know, that is all hogwash, okay? Let's go and throw all that out the window. That is not the case. I've had people get on my Onewheel and training them, and they are just like sweating bullets. Like, they're like, wow, this is actually a workout more than I thought, you know? And it's like, yeah, because you're using all these small micro muscles to keep your foot planted on this board, and you're balancing it and constantly working these muscles in your calf and your legs and feet and all this stuff. Why do you think Onewheel riders get something called Onewheel fatigue or foot fatigue, right? We get that because our muscles are just getting worked and hit, you know, and the Onewheel also does not have a suspension system. So when you hit bumps and cracks all on the road, constantly riding, you know, your body is absorbing all of those bumps and cracks and things. You know, they hit your knees, they hit your legs, your thighs, etc. So the Onewheel is an incredible workout. And if you really are deep carving, you're using your waist and your tummy and all that is getting a workout as well. You know, if you're carving properly, if you're carving deep enough, I should say. But you know, you're getting a workout, and I think that that's really a fun way to get a workout. You know, when I think of riding a bike, I think of, you know, climbing this hill, you know, or coming across this hill that I'm just not gonna want to ride up, and I'm gonna dread it, and you're just gonna struggle, and you know, you're just fighting, you know. And I used to bike and cycle, and I loved it to bits. But I realized that, you know, it's very vigorous. It's very vigorous. Whereas Onewheel is kind of like this exercise you get while having this incredibly fun time. Now, the third reason why I ride the Onewheel is for social purposes. So I have a lot of friends that really like to play video games, and you know, I want to get away from playing video games. I want to do more physical things. You know, in a video game, you know, you're controlling a character on a screen and living out an adventure that is outset from a world created by some developer or a group of developers or a gaming company. They created this universe and you immerse yourself in it. Love video games to bits, love it to death, but the Onewheel allows me to live the adventure. And you know, that's something that I think a lot of people have never experienced before, because when I ride the Onewheel, especially when I'm downtown, I experience things that, you know, the more you ride, the more likelihood you're coming across different things, right? So, you know, all these things that we faced, you know, or I should say I faced when riding the Onewheel, you know, those are all things that I've experienced. They're all part of my life now, and I reflect back on those, and they're real things that I lived. That's one of the main reasons why I ride the Onewheel. And you know, when you add people into that mix, it really makes that Onewheel ride even more valuable. You know, when you're riding with friends or family, you know, it really makes riding the Onewheel valuable and invaluable. Like, it can't be quantified, right? Because now you're building relationships with people that you care about. You're spending time. I've had people open up to me about different challenges that they've had in their lives while riding with me on a one-wheel ride, or while out and about with me. So it definitely takes the edge off of things. It takes the edge off of life and makes you a lot more comfortable. And again, you're getting exercise and you're getting mental therapy as well when you're outside, right? So can you get these different experiences through riding something else? The answer is absolutely yes, you can. I just happen to use the one wheel right now as my tool to accomplish these things, but you can definitely accomplish this through other vehicles. The one wheel is not the only vehicle to ride. There are actually really other good, fun, electronic vehicles. And, I'm not gonna sit here and say that the one wheel is the only fun thing. They want you to think that it's the funnest thing on earth, but there are other fun things. So, I know that sounds almost like a, you're probably thinking like, wow, that's blasphemy, I can't say that, but no, the one wheel is not the only fun thing. But if you want to try the one wheel and you like board sports, then the one wheel might be the perfect tool for you, and so I've always wanted to ride board sports, never could, but I can ride the one wheel. So, because I don't live in a place where there's a lot of snow, so I can't snowboard all the time, or I don't have brakes on a skateboard or a longboard, and I'm afraid of going too fast and can't stop myself because I don't have enough skill level to be able to, stop myself from going that fast early on in my learning. So if you're contemplating of getting a one wheel and you have the money for it, go ahead and just get it, because that's what happened with me. I was contemplating it, I had the money set aside for it. I went ahead and just bought it because I realized I could always just sell it. There's always a demand for a one wheel. You could always sell it and recoup, majority of your money again. So you're not losing that much, depending on how much you resell it for. So if you're considering it, just go ahead and get it. Try it out. And when I say try it out, don't try it once, right? One wheel is not one of those things where it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. So, and that's any hobby or skill. If you want to learn how to play the piano, don't just play the piano one time and call it. Like, actually get into playing the piano. Learn what pianists do to be that good. Give yourself time to grow into the skill set. Give yourself time to grow into the one wheel. I was hooked when I went on my first group ride. Something about being on the streets at night with all the cool lights and everybody's on one wheels and music is bumping and all the cars are passing by and there's all these people on the one wheel. We're like dominating the road, and it's like it's all going all fast. It was almost like a dream. It was like, wow, it's like something like Fast and Furious on like electronic skateboards, or like Need for Speed, or whatever. It just felt like something out of a game or out of something I have experienced never in real life. So I was hooked, and every time I ride now, I chase after that experience again, and I think that's what makes, riding the one wheel fun. And, I really want to make sure I emphasize the social aspect of riding with other friends and family. It really connects you closer to them and it bonds you guys together. And not only do you have these experiences on the board riding on your own, but you have an experience to share with somebody else. And you guys can reflect on that when you're having a beer somewhere and you say, hey, look, remember that time we were riding and XYZ happened, right? So riding with people, and social purposes is critical. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I ride as well too. So I hope this video was helpful. And if you guys are, like I said, if you're considering a one wheel, I hope that this will either push you to get a one wheel or this will confirm whether or not one wheel is not for you. Okay, because it's not for everybody. All right, now if you're not floating already, go ahead and find yourself a way to float. But if you're floating, stay floating and float safe. All right, you guys take it easy. Usual out.